because it is a message that I champion quite actively. One of the questions I get asked the most is how you can maintain your integrity, especially in business situations and especially where you might be the lone voice of reason or where the cost of not complying with what is being asked of you is quite high. The question is made more prevalent in, of course, our particular environment. In Nigeria, for instance, with the extent of corruption that we face, where that seems to be the order of the day, and where many times you are almost resented or castigated for trying to do the right thing, where sometimes you're considered to be judgmental or high and self-righteous because you are pressing for the right thing to be done. My name is Joe-Ezigbo. I'm a transformational business leader and the double impact coach. I help entrepreneurial couples who work together build sustainable businesses God's way. And today, I want to speak to you about how to maintain your integrity in business, especially when the terrain is as tough as many of us find ourselves in. In business, you will certainly face many challenging situations that are going to call for courage and grit. In this particular case where we're discussing integrity, however, I'm going to land it on the page of asking yourself what is truly at stake. The first thing I want to share about maintaining your integrity in business is this. Identify clearly your core values, the ones that are deeply innate and personal to you. Understand them, understand their implications, be comfortable with them, and stand by them. So be clear in any situation what your non-negotiables are, and don't be apologetic for sticking to the things that you truly believe in. Build a reputation as someone who does not compromise. Yes, you may seem to lose some opportunities, but I can tell you from personal experience, as has happened to me more than once in my business, that exactly for the stand you take and exactly for that reputation that you have built as a person and a business of integrity, other opportunities you might not even have been aware of will be opened up onto you. So pay attention, stick by your core values, let them be non-negotiable, let them be the reputation that you have in your industry. The second thing is this. Always think impact and legacy over short-term gratification. Ask yourself, what exactly am I building? And what exactly is it that I'm leaving behind? Don't just be thinking about the profits, the money you can make through some quick deals. Just think, what am I leaving? What values am I enhancing? What is my legacy over and above the current challenge that I'm having? When you think impact and you think legacy, the kind of legacy that matters, it's easier to maintain your stance in business situations that will otherwise want you to compromise on your personal integrity. The third thing is this: don't overcommit. Every time you overcommit and you can't deliver, you open the door to start to compromise, to try to meet a deadline or meet a certain kind of expectation from your client. You know this expression, under-promise and over-deliver? That actually should be the way that you work. Don't promise heaven and earth when you know you can't deliver. Rather, promise what seems to be attainable, that is agreeable to both you and your clients, and then go all out to see if you can do it at less cost, if you can do it for less time without compromising on the quality and value delivery. The fourth thing is this, and for me, this is just a given. Be open and honest in all your dealings. When you're facing challenges, share them with the parties at the other end. When some things cannot be done, say they cannot be done. Don't join people to begin to create constructs to see how to do things a different way and yet present outwardly that what was the original expectation is what has been done. Be open and be honest. I promise you it pays in the long run. The fifth thing is this. Try to surround yourself with people that have the same value system as you do. It's just easier to maintain your values when you're surrounded by people who also share your values. And this means that you have to be very careful and intentional, therefore, about the kind of partners that you bring into your business. Once you have people who from the top are telling you things that they can do to cut a corner or to make something sharp happen faster, or you know what I'm talking about, right? Those are not the kind of people for your business. You need to look for people who are also thinking generational impact, legacy, positivity, ethics, integrity, and bring those people into your circle of influence so that together it's easier for you to just continue making the right sets of decisions. And please pay attention also that this is not just an external value system. When you're looking at recruiting, you're also trying to touch on the integrity of the person, because when you have people of integrity within your business, it's very easy for them to adhere to your own stated code of ethics and values and then project them outwardly as a brand onto your other stakeholders in the market. The last thing I want to say about how to maintain your integrity in business is this, and honestly for me personally, this is the undergird, this is the foundation, this is the framework for every other thing that I've said. And that is this question: what is God's standard? And what are God's non-negotiables? So you want to be sure that the cost of your compliance is something that is acceptable to God. So if you're looking at complying with something that is untoward, something that is against the law, something that is unethical, you're already sure that God is judging that. And you know the true cost of that is actually your soul. I keep telling people that on the last day, we are going to be judged for the totality of our lives, not for the churchy part, not for how much money we gave out in nice philanthropic gestures, not for how kind or funny or whatever we are. We are going to be judged for the entire life that we live, our businesses, our work lives being a key component of that. So when you think about the decisions and the choices you make within your business, always ask yourself, what is the true cost? The true cost is actually your soul. And when you keep that as a frontline consideration, what happens then is that you always make the right decision, regardless of how it might look, regardless of how many people might think, oh, you're not sharp, or you are not strategic, whatever. Those are very short-term earthly considerations. At the end of the day, keeping your integrity in business is about paying attention to the true cost, and that is the cost of your soul and your eternal destiny. I hope that as you consider this, it helps you and gives you the strength that you need to stand against the many challenges that we face, especially, like I said, in our difficult environment. If this has been useful to you, I would love to hear from you. Take care.